What's going on, Cancer? And welcome to the Chariot Friends. Justin here, and I hope you're feeling fantastic today. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just phenomenal, Cancer. And it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy to have yourself as brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. So, the purpose of the channel for those of you who have Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Saturn, wherever, Cancer, this one's for you. And I do tarot card spreads based off our ruler here, the good old moon. And I'll talk about what sign she's in, what phase she's in, when she's going void. Of course, it's all of those lunar shenanigans. There's going to be plenty of them, Cancer, always. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you. Leave the rest with me. Never force a reading on a situation, and everything will be dope, Cancer. Now, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. Just great angel around here, Cancer. And Cancer, happy Friday. It's Venus Day. Hope you're ready to hope we getting that money today. Hope you're feeling good. Hope maybe going out on a date, Cancer. Great energy for that. But also, Cancer, great energy to go void a course and do some meditation, because so is the moon. The moon's going to be going void a course at about 3:31 in the p.m. and that's going to be Eastern time. And she'll be moving from Sagittarius into Capricorn at about 4:20 in the evening. So we're looking at about a 49-minute void of course time there, Cancer. Thank you. And since we'll be having a Capricorn energy until the weekend there, we're going to talk about Capricorn. Because with the moon being in Capricorn, technically the moon is in detriment in Capricorn, since Capricorns are opposite signs. So the energy is a little bit weaker here, just thinking more so as a placement. But in terms of just like an energy, this is a great one for getting, if you've been feeling that life has been, there's just been things are just being out of whack, or you haven't been out and haven't been feeling like your foundation has been solid. This is a great energy for getting that structure back again, for getting strategic, for really just it's a really hard working sign for the or placement for the moon to be. And this is a great energy to Cancer if you want to start working towards like maybe doing working towards that like career advancement. Maybe we're learning some skills, maybe thinking about managerial positions, or maybe even just like even lead positions, whatever that's looking like, any sort of elevation in status and things along those lines. Great energy for that. And for thinking about long-term stuff, Cancer, maybe we're thinking about maybe starting up our own business someday, or maybe because Capricorn is associated with the 10th house, and that can deal with like our public image, fame. So maybe we're thinking just very kind of 10 of Pentacles when we start thinking about Capricorn, because they're the achievers of the zodiac. So it's like, what do you want to accomplish in life, Cancer? Very kind of serious sign, or yeah, very serious sign when you think about Capricorn energy. They're Cap's all right. But then you got Cancer. We're in and I feel like this is a great energy too to be in, considering we're getting ready to be in this first quarter phase here, Cancer, and things are starting to pick up speed. Starting to really make decisions, and making sure our actions are lining up with our words. Things, challenges are starting to come into the mix now, and are we able to balance out whatever this thing is we started off for the new lunar cycle? Is it really integrating well into our day-to-day routine, or do we need to be more flexible with some things and kind of readjust and just kind of charting your progress there, Cancer? So just something to think about there, and how you've grown so far during these last little bits here. And then what else, Cancer? Oh, I didn't even tell you about the Void Course, Cancer. The Void Course energy. This is good for recharging your batteries. I feel like I'm skipping something. This is good for recharging your batteries, doing some meditation. Granted, this is a quick one, Cancer, so we can sneak in a little 50-minute meditation. Why not? But yeah, really good for just kind of going within, just checking in and seeing how you're doing, Cancer. Yeah, if we've been feeling a lot of emotions, whether this be ours or maybe others that we've picked up from, just kind of get zen and just to kind of really process what's going on within you. But also too, you may notice that people may be maybe less likely to make decisions during this time, and also that You may notice that your plans may be subject to unexpected changes. So a little something extra there to keep in mind there, Cancer. And then last few things. These readings that I do, they're not gender specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, Cancer. And in case y'all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below some links for some other readers that are like watching their Cancer, so definitely check them out. Very cool group. I think you'd enjoy them. But let's go ahead and get into your first card here, or your general energy of the day. And Cancer, looks like we're going out on an adventure because you got the third card of Aries here, which is the map card. But you're charting out your course there, Cancer. And with this card, this is a card of exploration, find your way, locate, unknown destination, new territory, lay of the land, plan, prepare, chart a course, read the signs, figure it out, directions, and new perspectives. And the energy that's coming through here, Cancer, is the unknown destination. And the first thing that sort of popped in my head is that maybe for some, if we've been kind of feeling maybe a little lost as far as like our direction in life, or if we've been trying to, I'm even kind of getting this energy of just even needing to get inspired in some sort of way, that maybe we need to kind of break out of our routine and maybe journey to a place we haven't been to. Maybe there's this park that you've heard about that you never got to go to, or maybe there's a this could even be too. Maybe if some of us, if we're thinking about doing some sort of trip or something along those lines, going somewhere you've never been before. Maybe going to, traveling to a new state, to a new city. We just got out of. Granted, Sagittarius is taking a majority of the day, so maybe we might even think about going outside of the country there, Cancer. However that's looking, but I do feel like that maybe we've. It's like a wanderlust. I'm even kind of getting with this, Cancer, is kind of coming through. Or maybe this could even be as well. Yeah. This could even be maybe we're thinking about trying our hands in like a new type of position or like a new job possibly. Maybe you've been working in retail for a while and maybe you're thinking about doing some kind of secretary work, or maybe you've been a secretary, maybe you want to think about being like a dental assistant, or just like kind of playing around and getting out of your comfort zone in a sense, trying something that that you've never done before, Cancer. But even on, because you know how I love getting when we get kind of spiritual there, Cancer. This could even be where maybe for some, while we're going void of course, maybe we're finding an unknown destination within ourselves. Maybe tapping into a place that we've maybe neglected, or maybe that we've been. How do I want to put this? It's just like it's just like how when I'm kind of thinking about when we do get in that meditative state and we're not really attaching to any sort of thoughts, we're just letting the thoughts just sort of roll on through, kind of King of Cups vibes. Is you're just kind of observing what kind of comes through and see if there's any sort of unknown emotions or thoughts or things that we haven't, just seeing what we're picking up, Cancer. And if something does seem curious to you, if you do notice that you latch on to something, maybe there's a need to kind of, go a little further with that. But let's get some tarot on this and get some details. Ooh. Thank you. All right, Cancer, let's see what's going on here. Interesting. All right, so you have the Three of Wands, the Six of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and then one of the special major arcana in this card is the Self card. Now let's talk about that for a second, Cancer, because I almost feel like that for some that there is this energy of like there's a side of yourself. So again, we're going spiritually again for a second, Cancer. But I do feel like there may be a side of yourself that might need, or that's wanting to be explored a little bit further. That's got. It's like this side of you that maybe I feel like for some it's like we've, not necessarily that it's unknown, but it's something that I feel like that's been maybe kind of pushed down there, and or just that we've kind of tucked away in like this unknown destination. And it's like wanting to, like the Knight of Cups, he's the type that wears his heart on his sleeve. He likes, there's no shame in how who he is and how he loves and things. And that's where I feel like maybe there's a side that we've told ourselves that we're not allowed to express, or maybe something that is taboo is kind of coming to my head, but not in like a, like, something that we may have told, like we can't express our individuality even, or we've been told that even with the Knight of Cups, because he is a very emotional knight, and I feel like maybe even for some we've been told that we're not allowed to feel this sense of, feel the way that we're allowed to feel. And it's just like, and I feel like with a Cancerian, for anyone, that's, I feel like that's a weird place to be. It puts it, not even a weird place, but it puts us in a tougher place to operate. But I feel like especially for a Cancerian, if we're not allowed to feel and to understand those feelings, then it's can be detrimental to us in the long terms. And I feel like there's a need that maybe people would celebrate this more kind of authentic you than you would realize. I feel like with the Six of Wands kind of being here. So that's one thing that's kind of coming through here, Cancer. But even just sort of thinking about with the Three of Wands, kind of thinking as far as like, maybe traveling to a destination, or not, like a different destination possibly. Because I've been kind of feeling that the energies have been in this sense of almost in the state of like adventure or travel possibly. And it's like you see how this figure's just like kind of looking out at this, what would you call this, I don't want to say oasis, but this land that there's this curiosity that's kind of being seen here. And it's just like our hearts are like trying to like it feels like that something is kind of drawing you to somewhere, Cancer. Because maybe we've been wanting to maybe to journey to a new city, or maybe journey to the countryside, or maybe go see the mountains, or go to the ocean, and if just something to explore. Because even the Six of Wands can be like a long journey, and I feel that if we go on this thing, there might be something to celebrate at the end of this. Maybe some sort of epiphany, maybe some sort of realization that that may essentially kind of change how you may have how you see yourself, Cancer. Maybe where you want to take this destination. But let me get a little bit more on the Six of Wands. Alright, so the Six of Wands is clarified by the Knight of Stars and then the Eight of Cups. And then Cancer, the stars in this deck are pentacles, and then the crystals in this deck are swords. And again, there's more of this energy of just sort of like, more so kind of like, it's like a walking away maybe from even like an idea of what we thought who we were supposed to be, or who we want to be, Cancer. And I almost feel like with the Knight of Stars being here, with whenever we get to this destination, wherever this is that your travels may take you, I feel like make sure that we're just kind of really present in this moment. Kind of take your time and kind of soak in all the whole experience and see how that makes you feel, and how that, because I feel like there's something that is trying to, because I love this night, how the star is beaming so bright. And the Knight of Stars can be a card of making a plan and things. So yeah, Cancer, explore this, because I feel that maybe it's just like this Eight of Cups really is kind of giving me this energy of kind of walking away from an idea or a certain concept that we may have held on to, or been holding on to for however long. And there's just like this, and it may not be like a big metamorphosis, Cancer, but there is maybe some sort of like paradigm shift that might be kind of happening here. All right, Cancer, I like that. That's a cool little start there. Put you here. Let's get some more on this. Oh, look at that, Cancer. You got the world in the palm of your hands. I like that. So you have the Two of Wands, the Three of Crystals, and then the Hermit here, Cancer. And with this Three of Crystals here, Cancer, I feel like maybe for some that there's this, maybe the reason there is this need to kind of journey to the unknown, to maybe kind of switch up your environment, is that we are maybe healing from something. Maybe there was a thing in the past where we've been maybe feeling depressed or been feeling kind of upset, and we've been in hermit mode for a while, because you know how that goes, Cancer. When we're feeling some kind of way, we tend to just sort of like withdraw and just sort of want to just kind of keep to ourselves sometimes and not be, really just not be bothered. And I feel that there is this healing, there's a need to kind of break out of that shell, Cancer, and see, and see where the, see what the world, oh, see what the world here has to offer you, because you got a lot of, got some pretty hot cards here. Considering you got Two of Aries cards here. Because the Two of Wands is Mars in Aries, their hottest minor arcana card. Then you got the Sun in Aries, one of Aries cards, and I'm just thinking with Aries too. They're associated with the head, Cancer, and in the face, and it's like there's this. It's like we've been. I almost feel like that, and that's interesting. I'm even kind of getting for some that maybe there's this mask that we've been kind of putting on for a while, and I feel like that breaking out of this shell, maybe getting out of this hermit mode, can kind of get us back to kind of feeling like ourselves again, or just starting to get again to just kind of feed the heart in a sense, and just allow some healing to kind of come through. And it's like while we're, it's like we can be in hermit mode while being out in the world, you know what I mean, Cancer. And it's like maybe you're, while you're out on this venture here, you know, we may run into, maybe run into someone, may get to talking about life, you know, get kind of deep, who knows how that goes, Cancer. Or maybe even it's just like allowing, you know, while we're maybe this could even be like, you know, visiting someone you haven't seen in a while, Cancer. And maybe it's like while you're talking with them again, like there's this paradigm shift that's happening, or this realization of what's been kind of holding us back and what we may have needed to let go in with this energy that's coming through here. But yeah, just a little something to think about there, Cancer. Yeah, kind of break. And just one more thing, just with the, just because the hermit, that's Virgo energy. You know, they deal with like the day to days and the routines, and sometimes it's like we can get in this, if we're not careful, we can get in this routine of, you know, kind of being stuck in an energy, or because you can't hermit too long. You know, there's, it's, everything needs to be done in balance. So just a little something extra I feel like to think about there, Cancer. But now let's get a little advice from Saturn. All right, Cancer. Oh, let's see what's going on here. Oh, oh, hold on, flipping stuff over. Wait a minute. Bam, let's put you there. All right, Cancer. So last little bit here, we have the King of Stars, the Ace of Wands, the Star card, and then the Moon card here. And let's switch back over, because I like that. I was thinking about that earlier with the moon, because that moon can be kind of, can be journeying, venturing into the unknown there, Cancer. and and I feel like it's like while we're going out there, Cancer, it's like it's, and it's, I feel like that there's this energy of like facing our fears as well with this moon card here. That something may be kind of brought up, because the star card can be a card of healing as well, and after the star comes the moon, Cancer. And it feels like that there's this energy of, it's like this Ace of Wands energy is because that can be like this new revigorating, or this invigorating energy, or this of something, of wanting to start something new, of needing to get out there. And I keep getting with the star card, it's like following the North Star in a sense, or like following what your North Star kind of looks like there, Cancer. And it may not make sense. It may feel a little unstable there with the King of Stars here. But I feel like that it's something that would be necessary for your growth there, Cancer. That would lead to this, that in journeying to something that is unknown, and that we feel like we may not have any footing on, may yield this new sense of stability, that even even in that uncertainty, that you can still find that foundation, even with the King of Stars being here. But and I do even feel like for some, it's like, if we are, just how we were talking about Capricorn, like good for like managerial position, because the King of Stars, he's a very and the Knight of Stars, they're both very practical, very managerial type of leaders. And I feel like this could even lead to getting that inspiration, maybe even for like a business maybe you used to own, or maybe like spark this challenge to really kind of realize your potential there, Cancer, and really see yourself in a new type of light there. So I like that, Cancer. I think I'm going to leave that there. So if you like that, give it a thumbs up. Nice little energy for a Venus day, and share this, Cancer, because I feel that that's always great for us to kind of get out there from time to time. Because I feel like with Cancerians, where we do like that home space, I feel like anywhere we can go, we can make it feel like at home. But yeah, just kind of just getting out of, just breaking outside of your comfort zone there, Cancer. If you notice someone who's been kind of maybe hermiting a little longer, something like that. But and then subscribe, Cancer, if you haven't already. Hit that bell button to get notified when I release videos each day. And then last little bit, check your sun, your moon, your rising. Check your chart, Cancer. Really get to learn about yourself. I was actually looking at mine the other day, and because I remember this Sagittarius. They had told me that I had reminded them of a Sagittarius, and sometimes I was reading something not too long ago where, depending on if a planet is conjunct with like your ascendant, within like 0 to 3 degrees or so, you can come across as that sign. And my Jupiter placement is pretty close with my ascendant. So I was just like, oh, I guess that makes sense. And it's in Leo on top of that, so it's got a little heat next to it. So I was just like, okay, that makes sense. But just little random things you can learn about yourself, Cancer. Then come on over to my other channel, Alchemist State. I do video weekly ones, monthly ones, yearly ones. I'm actually getting ready to do Libra's yearly one soon. And it's a good old time, Cancer. And all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here, so I can get you out of here, Cancer, making friends out on your journey there, Cancer. And I feel like, look at that, the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is a card of, socializing, celebrating, and getting to, and just like building, again, just sort of being yourself, and allowing yourself to just be, and to see what you bring to the table. And it's very uplifting. This Three of Cups is what I'm kind of getting, because maybe for some it's just like we've been again maybe in this hermit mode. And maybe this could be, if you're feeling nervous about, let's say, as far as like traveling by yourself there, Cancer, because I get that. Maybe we can set up like a group little travel here, something like that. That would be real fun. But let's get your oracle card here, so I can get you out here. Send pictures of your travels there, Cancer. That'd be cool. Thank you. Oh, look at that, Cancer. So you got the 20th card here, which is the lavender card. I love lavender. Which is the Weaver card, and this is ruled by Mercury. And, considering that it came up with the Three of Cups there, Cancer, I feel like that there's this, while you're out on your venture, pay attention to the relationships that come your way, and how everything kind of connects all together. Like each little strand that connects in a web, plays an integral part. But I'm even getting for some, if we're thinking about maybe moving possibly, and we're not sure like where we're going to be or how we're going to set up. We're really kind of going out there on the unknown. Maybe that I feel like a spider. Whenever a storm comes through, if they ever need to change locations, they can build their house whenever they're ready. And I do feel like that is a perk of being a Cancerian and being associated with the home, is that we can we can really establish a really nurturing kind of safe environment, just wherever we are. Cancer, it's just a matter of where your head's at, because Mercury deals with how we think and how we communicate with ourselves. So I'm gonna get a little tea. But and I even feel like there would even be this sort of calming effect, maybe getting out of, if we're not necessarily physically moving locations, even just like going on a little vacation that can bring this sense of calm and relaxing. And just a little something to think about there, Cancer. Just a little sidebar, not through medical advice or anything, but I love lavender. Lavender smell. I got some lavender oil sitting right over here. I just got some, but I do. I love lavender. That is always a very calming one, very soothing, just to kind of help you get your head back balanced there, Cancer. So a little something extra there, but I think I'm gonna get you out of there. Get you out of here, Cancer. Get you on your journey. So you stay safe out there, Cancer. Safe, safe travels if we're traveling or however that's looking, Cancer. You keep eyes on the moon. Because she'll be wandering with you. She's wherever you're at, Cancer. The moon's always close by. She's got your back always. And I will catch you on the next one Monday.